My name's Rhiannon Poupard and I'm a development forester at Adams Lake. With First Nations, my main role is working with them through the referrals and consultation process. So consultation itself is a legal requirement. Although it's actually a legal requirement of the government, most licensees take it on themselves. I like to think that we are one of the leaders there. It started out with a working group in Kamloops TSA. So it involved government, First Nations and industry, and the purpose of the working group was to address what's called cultural heritage resources, which is continued use of the land base as opposed to archaeology, which is artifacts and historical record. One that we'd all be very familiar with is any sort of ethnobotanical use, so berries, picking for food, traditional medicine, plants that are used for health reasons, that sort of thing. That would be cultural heritage. Also sites, so spiritual or ceremonial sites, birthing sites, marriage trees. These are the types of things that First Nations still use the natural landscape for, and it's very important to them.
We have always done archaeology, and that's what my main job is. But there's so many aspects of cultural heritage that isn't recognized as archaeology.
As far as the CHRs go, the cultural heritage reviews, that it's very important for the plant life.
Partway through, it seemed like a good opportunity for us to maybe involve an external funding body. So we approached Sustainable Forestry Initiative and asked them if they would be willing to partner with us, Interfor, and First Nations on this particular project, which they were more than happy to do, and put up a grant for us to develop a field card, develop a process, develop a training session, and actually today the training session is taking place.
Yeah, this is a 2-day training program. We're covering some of the basics. I mean, starting from scratch really, GPSing, marking cards properly.
It's important to document some of our areas that are sensitive to us.
And then I have a 2-year-old son, so to pass that down to him, I would love for him to carry that knowledge on too.
The outcome of this project will be a standardized process that ideally is adopted within the TSA, so not just Interfor, but all licensees of getting First Nations out on the ground to do this sampling. So something that is efficient, that works for licensees, but is also effective in terms of the communities and what their needs are. I think that engaging and working with First Nations is really important. It just makes good business sense nowadays.